Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun and not a diagnosis. Hello my lovely alerts and welcome back to the Narc Alert. Well, it's Friday, we made it through another weekend. You know what? It's almost Christmas time. Or holidays, whatever you celebrate. Most importantly, Amberlynn has almost wrapped up another year. In tonight's video, I thought we might take a quick little look at the very end of Amber's really exciting year. And these might have been the three most exciting months: October, November, and December. Let's dive in. Ooh, it's October. It's the scariest month of the year. The leaves are falling from the trees, the ghosts and goblins are everywhere, and Amberlynn had a live stream.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog. Like, I used to say hey guys in literally every single video, but I don't know, we're kind of rebranding here. I actually just made an appointment with my psychiatrist. I want to talk to her about my lamictal. I'm thinking of maybe decreasing it, and I'm also thinking about maybe I should stop taking Zoloft. So I just got out of the hospital. I woke up with really bad pain on my left side in my back, and when I breathe in, it's like this sharp pain and it feels horrible. So I ended up going to the ER, and they're glad that I did, because when you have symptoms like that, it even said that it was like possible heart attack. So they gave me an EKG. I got an x-ray of my lungs, which my lungs and my heart look normal. So long story short, they're really glad that I went in. Turns out I just have like a strain, like a really bad back strain, which is so weird to me. I don't know how I strained my back. I guess it could have been because, you know, I hurt my ankle, the ligament thing, and I, you know, laid up in bed for a while, and like how I had to maneuver myself was very different. So on the way to the x-ray room, I was walking through the halls. They asked if I wanted to use a wheelchair, and I said no, because like, why? I don't need one. I ended up using a wheelchair, and I'm about to tell you why. And I had my IV, and all of a sudden I heard something fall, and I didn't know what it was, and then I just felt this hot, like weird feeling go down my arms, and I looked, and the freaking IV fell out of my arm, and I was gushing blood all over me. Oh my god, it was all over the floor. And the way that they reacted was so calm, so collected. Like 6 different people like that worked there from like 6 different areas just like came, cleaned up the floor real quickly. I started crying because I was scared. It was like blood was just everywhere, all over my arm and hand and all over the floor, and it was just gushing. There was blood everywhere in the hospital because of me again, and it was just like so traumatizing. So I'm now home, and I've been crying since the last clip. I got in the car, started crying, and then got home, started crying. I have other personal things going on in my life right now besides this, and I know like people have been saying I seem so unhappy and stuff. It's just all of a sudden, literally out of nowhere, I was having tremendous shoulder pain to the point of I couldn't move my arm. It was very scary. It radiated to my neck. I was feeling it in my back, especially when I would breathe in. I have had a EKG and no heart attack, no heart problems. None of that, so we don't have to worry about that. I just wanted to make that very clear before I kept going, because I know that sounds very like, okay, heart attack symptoms. But it has nothing to do with that. I have to be an advocate for myself. I'm not saying that these people I've seen are discriminating against me. When you know something's wrong, you know something's wrong. My doctor just called me after she looked at my stuff, and she said they did not do a D-dimer, and something actually was found in my x-ray, and for some reason at the hospital they didn't tell me. Part of my lung, God, I just feel like it's never ending. I don't know. Part of my lung is collapsed. The bottom of it. And it's like, is that what's causing all this? Why wouldn't the ER tell me? I don't understand that. Like, partially collapsed lung, like a collapsed lung is kind of a scary thing. You just said the bottom of it is collapsed. That's terrifying, and I just don't know what to do with that information. She's referring me to the CT place so I can get a CT scan. So I actually have to call today and make an appointment myself. I'm just really, like, this is so much on top of what I'm already fucking going through. Like, the fact that I have to literally sit here and prove because of this reaction channel. Wasn't me. Because they're impressionable. They have large audiences. That's just how it goes. Because I am currently going through something that I'm terrified about. And all I have is like speculation channels just like haunting me. Not cute, not fun. So this channel is wasn't me. Disgusting, and I'm glad I never found them before, and I will never click another one of their videos again because it was just foul. The whole thing was disgusting. Here's a screenshot of the paperwork from the ER. Obviously a lot of personal information is taken out, but again, this all happened on the 7th, which was Friday. And then the whole thing, like, this person, this speculation channel wasn't me. At this rate, this bully channel wasn't me. There's just a lot of confusing things happening right now with my health. I got a call yesterday from the hospital because I shared my experience. I had to because I was sent home from the ER with false information, and I had to share my experience. I had to let them know what happened, so I got a number. There's a person for that, and they called, and they're like head of the hospital or something, and they explained the situation to me a little bit more, and it has made things so much more confusing. And more than anything, I want to sit here and just say, please stop. Just give me a break. Just please give me a break. But it's not gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen because there are people out there with not an empathic bone in their body, not a sympathetic cell in their body. I have my CT scan today, and before my CT scans, I like to spend the whole day kind of just like marinating in the fact that I have to go do this because I hate it so much. It's fine. So a new update on my pain. There's this weird sharp pain in the bottom, like where my spine is. So I don't know what that is, but the pain is traveling a little bit, which is scary. While I was there, they noticed I was short of breath by walking just like a short distance, and while they did the CT scan, they did like automatically notice something wrong with my lungs. So they actually called the radiologist immediately. Feline was like, dang, this is bougie. I'm like, I know, that's why I always come here. That's why this is my go-to. Like, I love it. They said that I have fluid on my lungs, or around my lungs, and they said that with the fact that I'm showing symptoms, I should probably go to the ER. Once like I talked to like the actual doctor when I first got into the ER, that's when things went downhill for sure. A lot of cancer talk. They found a nodule in my lung, the same lung that has the fluid. I'm trying real hard not to cry because it's like ever since I fell, it's kind of like everything is just falling apart. And all I can do is stay as positive as I can. And I know there's people out there going through worse things, and I know that. But right now, this is my worst. Got the paperwork to go to the radiology and schedule a CT scan of my actual chest, because last time it was just lungs. So it's a whole CT scan of my chest with contrast. My nodule is 1.6 centimeters, if you guys want to know. And once it reached 2 centimeters, that means it's a mass. There's more positivity, more good vibes to my body. And I know that stress equals stress on the body. And I don't want that. We need to like treat my body well. All right, you guys, so CT scan is done. And I wasn't directed to go to the ER, so that's a good sign. They said that gain weight if I eat 2,400 calories. Like, no one believed me, and I was becoming frustrated with that, because it's like a lot of you don't believe me when I say that I do gain weight by eating that amount. And there was even a section of a time where I was eating like 1,700 calories and I was still gaining weight every single day, while Feline was doing the same diet as me and losing weight while she's already thin. So it just felt like I was broken, something was wrong. And I was right, something is wrong. The number one symptom of lipedema is weight gain. No matter what diets you do, no matter how low of calories, you gain weight. That is the number one symptom. The knowledge was overwhelming in this 2-hour session, which I have another appointment with her next month, which I'm already so excited for, because she's teaching me so much and she made me feel so validated. She was like, "You have troubles losing weight, don't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Even eating at a normal amount?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's because of the disease. And it just like really shocked me. And Feline like looked at me and was like, "I have a reason now." It's like, no matter what I do, I have something fighting against me, and that's the number one freaking symptom. It's just so frustrating. And I just feel like for so long people didn't take me seriously. I would talk to you guys repeatedly, and I'm just like, "You guys, I promise, like, I'm not binging off a camera. I'm showing you everything I'm eating." There is a diet for patients like me and for people with this disease, and it is keto or low carb. The specialist told me to stay below 50 grams, and I was very, very upset with that. I don't agree with keto. I don't agree with low carb. Have you guys ever heard of Delta 8 gummies? We're beezing now. Narc alert is a narcissist. It is so beautiful. It's almost like art. To call your sister a narcissist, to have a whole channel calling Amberlynn Reids a narcissist while being a narcissist. It's almost like art. It's truly, but it's the art that you don't want to buy. Like, she's fucking insane. Sorry. Like, straight up narcissism. Most reaction channels have, you know, a lot of narcissistic tendencies, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah. See, so many of you think that she's a narcissist. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I know that I have a lot of narcissistic tendencies. I know I do. Oh, it's the lighting in here. Sorry about that. Lighting in here is weird. The narc alert had a heart attack. Have some sympathy. Sorry, I'm trying to find my sympathy bone. My sympathy. I'm sorry. I don't care. I want you guys to go look at the shit that she talked about my lung. I want you to go look. I want you to go look. So I decided to pull a fast one. And I just wanted to see how you guys would react. And I was right. So, of course I feel bad about it. That doesn't take away the fact that she is a narcissist. And I hope that she's okay. But I'm just saying, you can't expect kindness all the time when you say horrible things about me. Like, it just doesn't add up.
Just like the cold November came creeping in, Amber did not have a very good month. She had to do some damage control after her disastrous live stream, and part of that included a toxic TikTok and quitting Weight Watchers.
Hey guys, so welcome to my video, which would be day 4, November 6th of 100 days of weighing in. So normally I would wait for this feeling to pass and then I would vlog, but I wanted to take my camera out during the actual experience of me feeling like utter and complete. This happened. I ate this whole thing. Yes, I did. Last night. Over, I want to say like a 6-hour period, but still, the fact that I ate them all is not okay. It's like, I'm afraid that I'm gonna be that one person who just doesn't heal from this eating disorder. So as you guys know, I was doing keto, and like the first week, I will say, and then I started noticing like I was just feeling super sick. Oh boy, I knew wasn't a good idea. I always knew that keto was not a good idea if you have gallstones. I eat like a lot of low-fat things. I don't eat a lot of pork rinds and steak type of deals when I am not doing keto. It just felt like the main source of food I was getting was protein and fat, which is what keto is. It's never ending, like ever. It's crazy. I actually have discovered, I've discovered it before, but it's been a long time, like over a year, eating disorder TikTok and people who struggle. I found it empowering when I would watch these TikToks, and I felt so less alone. I hate that other people out there are struggling, because I know how horrible this is to have an eating disorder and feel like you're not at all in control. Sometimes I feel in control, of course. That part of TikTok has made me feel welcome and safe, and I kind of wanted to, you know, make a TikTok depicting how it is for me, where I just feel very possessed, for the lack of a better word, and I fight so hard not to binge, and then I just give in. I don't know. And I wanted to depict that. I wanted to depict exactly what it looks like for me. And there are people saying that I did it for views and for trolling. I don't know. It's just so sad that people think that that's a version of me trolling. I know that is definitely not me trolling. And I am getting new insurance that is going to make it to where I could possibly get weight loss surgery. This is something that is really important to me. I don't know what it is, but I feel like 2023 might be amazing for me. I just feel it. Like 2022 was rough honestly, when it comes to health and like having to be an advocate for myself. I don't think I realized how much I truly cared for myself until this year, when I felt like I was battling this whole lung situation, and I just kept fighting for myself to figure out what was wrong and what can we do to fix it. And I don't know, it just made me realize how much I like care and want to be better. And yeah, I have an eating disorder that is massively fighting against me while I'm trying to fight it, but I'm ready to use a tool that I've never used before. And I know it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be scary, but I really truly want weight loss surgery in 2023.
Well, don't be sad and never fear, it's December and Vlogmas is here. Amberlynn Reids is famously starting Vlogmas, her most profitable, most fun part of the year. Let's take a look and see at all the exciting adventures Amber got into for Vlogmas.
Welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. It's here, folks. Jingle bell, jingle bell. Sing for me, baby.
Baby.
Baby. Y'all be thinking that I'm the one who wants to just like gifts. I think her love language is gift giving, or at least one of them. Do. I'm like a little kid, like.
Give me my present.
Ooh, she's big. It says December 1st on there because she got her dates a little wrong. Today's November 30th. All right. You guys to see what I'm doing. You guys take a guess what's in here.
You take a guess what's in there. No?
I am a little kid! Wait, this is so cool. Okay, so it's Play-Doh. They're gonna... Instead, I'm just going to ramble and I'm going to talk, and I'm going to tell you that this was such an amazing experience. It was like the best 30 minutes ever. Me and Feline had so much fun. Like, I recommend this place to literally anybody. It was beautiful. It was fun. Like, it was the perfect length. Like, it was genuinely great time. Baby, if you guys knew the backstory behind this, I love this. This first week of Weight Watchers was amazing. You know, I was down 9 pounds and I just have very strong feeling that I've gained it all back just based on how swollen I am. Okay, so taste test. What is this exactly, babe?
takoyaki.
It's takoyaki because I am more swollen from doing more activity and like standing more and all of that. I'm not saying that it's also not partially my fault, because the way that I have been eating, especially this last week, has been really bad. I haven't wanted to speak about it, but I have been binging really bad at night. My binging this last week is the worst it's been in years. Yeah. People were expecting a Monday weigh-in, which I totally understand because I was on Weight Watchers, which I'm no longer doing. I'm gonna go back to how I lost weight in the first place.
Well, that's it, Amber. When all else fails, go back to what's worked in the past. Thank you so much for joining me for this 4-part series look at Amber's 2022 in retrospect. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you liked the video, don't forget to click like and maybe subscribe or pick up a channel membership, because Rio would definitely make you his new best friend. I will see you tomorrow night at the live, and until we meet again, you know the routine. Please be kind and hasta luego.